Welcome to Gravestone Entertainment. I've got a little treat for you. Normally I cover older games like Super Nintendo, NES, Sega, the whole works. You could see some of my live streams. Still in the process of getting everything settled around, so that's why I haven't been living lately. Basically, it's been a case of money, time, and basically I've been getting sucked into something else, which I'm going to discuss right now. So, here it is. This is what I've been sucked into. The Nintendo Switch. To be God honest, when I first tried this system, I was on the fence. I mean, it's a good system. I can't say it's bad, given that, when you compare it to Xbox and PlayStation, those two systems give you somewhat of basically the same experience, if you ask me. They just keep increasing their graphics, and their stories and game gears are basically the same. Basically, there's no diversity, or it doesn't feel like it. When you look at the game cases, that's all you get is basically shooters, not really platformers. Basically shooters and just clones of each other. It's kind of like there's no diversity. But I've been watching Nintendo, and Nintendo is actually seeming to actually do what they did back in the old days, back in the NES and Super Nintendo days, where they actually expanded and did different things. And they're pulling things from the vault. Trust me, I've been playing the Switch for a while now. I played the Switch back when we first came out, really, because we got, of course, Zelda. You know that one. Everyone knows Zelda. And then the one that sucked me at first was this one, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Great game. Very good game. Let alone, I'm probably going to get sucked back into it, given that, who's back? Sephiroth? That's going to be definitely interesting. I'm going to have to, it's probably going to be a pay for, but it'd be worth fighting Sephiroth. Let alone they're still missing somebody very important that everybody would want. One is Waluigi, of course, and the other one would be Geno from Mario RPG. Most of the kids probably don't know who he would be. But just look him up. Look up Super Mario RPG and then Geno, Geno, and then you'll know who I'm speaking of. But that's beyond the fact. Overall, with the Switch, I can give you an idea how I feel about it. Something like this kind of throws you off. This is how the controls are when you put it into the actual Switch board they give you. So it's basically a controller they give you, but overall you don't have to stay with it, because the port will also allow you to buy controllers, so you can actually play with the regular controller. So that's what I'll normally do, or I'll play it like a handheld, like a Game Boy. That's the thing, it's like an on-the-go system, and it's not super bad graphics. They're just the standard video game graphics. They're not going to go into high def and all that. So, let's get to the main point of this video. Is that basically the system's diversifying. One thing I'm extremely excited about would definitely be the Harvest Moon series is making a comeback. See? Harvest Moon for Switch. But do you know what's funny? This is not actually Harvest Moon. This is just kind of like the story is split. Basically the company that makes Harvest Moon, Natsumi, this is the Super Nintendo one, by the way, best one, other than probably a couple others, but I'll get into Harvest Moon one day, a lot more in depth. But basically the company that makes this, and actually the original story, is called Story of Seasons, which I still haven't got. That's something that just came out in the United States back in July, so I definitely want to pick that up. But yeah, Harvest Moon, I just love showing this one off. So many people would want for their collection, but this is mine. But I digress. But here we go. So basically the game I got sucked into that's kept me away for a while, it's actually a remake. Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. I can tell you so much about when I played this back when I was a kid on Game Boy. I loved the game. I loved playing it all the way through, beating it, remembered everything. And it's just amazing how accurate, it's a clone, and they did a couple things to make it unique, but they kind of followed it. It's I'm pretty sure this is something that I'm glad I picked it up. I'm hoping that I can pick up some more remakes like this. I'd just love to see more games be remade, just like this one. Give it a new twist, give it something special, and buffer it out, and put it back on. That's what we all like. We like these classic games. I'm sure there's a couple others that could be mentioned, and I'm pretty sure I'd have to look into it, but Link's, the Super Nintendo, Legend of Zelda, basically that game, that one I believe is actually going to get a remake just like this one. But this one got everything down to the detail. I just got sucked in, played all the boss battles, went through everything, got all the hearts, got everything. I was like, oh my gosh, this is great. So definitely a worth pickup. You got to get this one, especially if you like the old games, because this one actually pulls you back to feeling that old game, but with the twist of actually having advanced graphics and actually current graphics instead of being on the little Game Boy. Remember the old days where you got a flashlight at night trying to play this thing? But overall, loved it. Gotta make I mean, a lot of people probably go, it's not their kind of thing. A lot of younger kids, I don't think, get into this because it's actually shorter than what they're probably used to. This game, you could probably sit down and finish it in a day easily. So, overall, I appreciate and like this game. It's been out for a while, actually. I've just been able to get a hold of it, and let alone getting it, I beat it within a week, but that actually probably could have beat it faster if I actually didn't have to work and everything. But overall, if you got a Nintendo Switch, this is one you're going to want for your collection. That's for dang sure. So overall, I'm hoping to continue my Switch actually reviews. Basically, not review, but a thought basically about it, because I'm not going to go detail because there's so many review videos out there that review everything. I'm just going to give you my thoughts and opinion about it. So it's pretty basic. If you play the Game Boy version of it, you're going to get a more advanced 3D version of it, which we kind of all expected, but equally loved. But, for a little teaser, there's going to be another game that I'm going to be playing soon. It's going to probably suck me in. It's going to take me away for a couple months just to finish it. But I'll make sure to do videos in between and talk about other games too. But that game I'm excited about. I'm not going to give it away because it'd be just too much to give it away. So, last thought about it, for Legend of Zelda, of course. They even kept one of the most infamous things where you could go into the shop, grab what you wanted, go around them, and leave. And just say when you go back in, it kind of, yeah. Kind of reminds you of the old days, right? Because something you cannot do in a new game is that, because they all are so forbidden. It's like, oh, you can't steal or do that. But that game, you do it, and you get punished very quickly. Well, as long as you go back into the store. There is the thing of, you can never go back in there, but half the time you forget that you did it, and then you go back in there and you're dead. But overall, thank you for watching. Give us a like, give us a subscribe. Check out Venom for Your Life. He's constantly working.
What's up, everybody? This is your boy Venom back.
Working before you know it, because he's going to be online more, which is going to be exciting because we're going to be able to collaborate a lot easier than we have been in the last couple of years. So we're going to grow and expand. So look forward to what we got coming. And definitely I'll try to work harder to try to get more out there for you. But it's just so exhausting when you're juggling 1,000 things at once, especially during this time of year. So happy holidays. And until next time, I'll catch you later.